Honestly, man, there is so much to fucking unload in this video, man. It's a lot to take in, really. Yo, what's going on, everyone? My name is Cody Jones, and today we're going to be doing another Spotify new releases video. But before we get into that, I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Also, my apologies if there hasn't really been a whole lot of videos coming in recently. I've just been fucking, you know what? No, the fuck am I apologizing for? I was taking a break for a bit from uploading some videos lately because you know what? I would like to relax. But at the same time, it's not like you guys are even going to notice I've been taking a break or anything because I do span a shit ton of videos and schedule them all out like one video a day, you know? So it's like a lot of these videos, they get scheduled into like one video a day, maybe 5, 6, 7 videos a week. And honestly, man, it's a lot to fucking record. But you know what? I shouldn't have to apologize for taking a break. We all deserve to take a break. Jacksepticeye fucking takes like fucking days on days of taking a break and all that, you know? So you know what? I don't even know why the fuck I'm apologizing for that shit. But honestly, I'm still recording. I'm still uploading videos. So when you guys get these videos, it's going to be as though I haven't even taken a break at all. Also, I have big plans on whether or not I'm going to be doing some Let's Plays. I'll probably post a question, like a yes or no question on Instagram and maybe on Discord. I'm not really sure. I'm still like very unsure about recording such things. And honestly, like, I figure that if I do upload any Let's Plays, it'd be best to fucking start playing games from the beginning or something, because, like, I'm in the middle of 3 fucking video games: God of War, Ragnarok, Ghost of Tsushima, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I'm probably halfway through, maybe. I'm not really sure. A whole lot to it's a whole lot of progress that I've been fucking hammering in with these games. But honestly, whenever I do upload a Let's Play video, I'll probably just see what guys think. And if people like it, then I'll upload some videos on this channel. If not, then I'm just gonna fucking wait until I decide to upload them. But enough of this long ass fucking intro. Let's just get it cracking. Starting off with a very interesting and yet also very exciting album. And it is the one and only Logic with his album College Park. I enjoyed this shit. Despite the fact that there's only 17 songs, I was really vibing with this. Like, I probably liked a whole lot more songs on this album than I've disliked. It's like, out of 17, I would say that there's 14 songs on this. And I mean, some of them were also skits and everything, but there was a whole lot of really good shit on this album. Really fucked with it. Really enjoyed every fucking song on this. And starting off with the fucking intro, Cruising Through the Universe with RZA. And I really loved it, and it really had that very intricate RZA sound, you know? It's like, if you listen to fucking RZA's music, you would know what the fuck I mean, because this shit was really good. I fucking loved it, and his verse on it, it was crisp, Very enjoyable. I loved it. Wake Up. This was the second song. Again, I loved it. I even mentioned it in my honorary music mentions. Honorable music mentions. I keep fucking. I know I've been saying that shit wrong a few times. And then Lightsabers with C. Castro. This shit was pretty clean. I really liked it. But honestly, I wasn't really feeling Logic's verse on it. I mean, I was still digging the song though. Alright, for the next song I'm going to be talking about is Clone Wars 3. Really fucked with this shit. It was extremely fucking dope. And honestly, man, this song and the next song really fucking blew me away. Especially with the fucking rhyme flows, you know? And it's like, when it comes to rapping, man, like, I love that super ongoing, not fucking up flow. Especially when that flow goes all the way through and into the chorus, and the chorus slaps. It's like, if the song is that fucking good, you know, it's like the flow is just so fluently enjoyable to hear, and it just gets to the fucking chorus. Damn, that shit is clean. I love it, especially with the Joker's flow. It's like when he did Mayhem Night, and the third verse was just flowing so fucking viciously, and then just slaps right back into the fucking hook. Damn, that shit, it is like probably one of the most replayed part of the entire song itself. That shit was fucking beastly, killer, enjoyable. But it's like with Logic's flow on Clone Wars 3 and Red Pill 7, dude, these fucking songs were just amazement throughout the whole thing. I love this shit. It was fucking sick with it. Really fucked with it. And the next song is gonna be Gaithersburg Freestyle featuring C. Castro and Big Limbo, Fatro, and ADE, or AD, 8A. I think it's 8A. I don't really know. But this one was another really dope freestyle that Logic just fucking executes ever effortlessly. And I mean, all those fucking dudes, they fucking destroyed this shit. It was fucking fresh. Loved it from beginning to end as well. Self-Medication. This one was really good. Really caught me by surprise because it also featured Static Selector, Redman, and Seth MacFarlane. What really caught my attention was Seth MacFarlane fucking featuring on the song. But it really had a very dope verse, really dope delivery throughout the song. And I'm guessing it was Seth MacFarlane that was doing the chorus. But it's like, it really had a very nice chorus sound to it, you know? Like, it really reminded me of, oh fuck, what was his goddamn name? Hold on, I gotta fucking search this shit. Alright, so I fucking Google what Seth MacFarlane's voice reminded me of, and it really reminded me of like just how dope Logic is, you know, especially with his alter ego being Young Sinatra. So with this song in particular, Seth MacFarlane delivered a very enjoyable Frank Sinatra type chorus. And again, I'm going to assume it was him singing it. I don't really know, but whoever it was, it fucking sounded perfect. Really gave the song a very enjoyable fucking sound to it. You know, that shit was the fucking cherry on top for this song. Really love this shit. Shimmy featuring Joey Badass. I kind of guessed that this song was pretty dope. It was fresh. I was really liking it. Wasn't too crazy about it, but I was digging the song either way. It was still enjoyable to hear. And honestly, man, like I don't really care for Joey Badass all that much, but because it's Logic and I was really digging the rest of the song, I gave this shit a like anyways because I still enjoyed it from beginning to end. Paradise 2 featuring Nora Jones. I already talked about this in honorable music mentions before. Still liked it now. Still had a fucking amazing sound. Lovely the way it went through, the way the whole song was. I still liked it. It had a very nice acoustic, chill, mellow sound to it, but still had a very enjoyable like listen to. You know, I was still really digging this one. Come On Down featuring Jordan Harris. It was another song that I wasn't really feeling all that much, but I liked it anyways. And I had to fucking play this shit like 2 or 3 times, like just from fucking beginning to end, beginning to end. Like I really debated whether or not I wanted to like it or not like it. And when I fucking heard it one more time, I decided to keep it because I was digging Logic's verses in this. Jordan Harris, I think his name was. Jordan Harris, yeah, I was digging his song. Or, not his song. God damn it. I'm fucking up today. I was digging the song either way. It was still dope. I was still liking it. Village Slum. This one, it really hit, like, in a very different kind of way. You know, it really had a very touching storytelling kind of sound to it, but I absolutely enjoyed it, especially talking about how he dealt with survivor's guilt and how he dealt with people that were like drug abusing and how he was just around it and everything. And it really made him very anti-weed and anti-alcohol. A little bit similar to Joker, but I mean, the song was still very um, soulful. I was still loving it. I still love the way the song went. It really gave the listeners like a very interesting like sound to it. You know, kind of like Kendrick Lamar did. How he was really talking about some of the very deep and personal stuff and really giving the listeners nothing to really like bob your head to, nothing that fucking slaps or anything, but really it gave the listeners a a story that really captures people's attentions, and I am a sucker for that. You know, I love listening to music that goes hard and everything, but I also love listening to music that tells a story, that tells like where artists fucking open up and put it on the mic. You know, for people to really listen to their souls, and it was beautiful. You know, I really do wish that more artists would do that because it really gives the fans and the listeners a much like interesting look into what's beneath the artists. Like as if you are looking at not Logic, but you're looking at Bobby Tarantino. You are looking at Aaron Yates. You are looking at Marcus Hobson. You're getting a preview of what's really inside them, and I am a sucker for that shit. I love it. So with Village Slum, this one was very lovely to listen to. High Life, I already talked about this one about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I can't really remember when I mentioned it, but I remember really fucking loving it, and I was also really enjoying the video. And for the second to last song, it is Ayo featuring Bun B and Lil Kiki. I wasn't really feeling this one, but I am a fan of Bun B. I think the dude is really dope, so I decided to keep the song anyways. And I was digging Logic's verse as well on this one. Not too crazy for the hook or anything, but I kept it anyways because I still liked it. And then with the song Light Year, I fucking enjoyed it. This one was a very interesting like outro to the album, especially with the way that the song ended. But in my opinion, I wasn't really feeling it all that much because despite the fact that the song was only 4 minutes long, the rest of the last 4 minutes was just a whole lot of like out of studio talking and just I don't know, like it was a whole lot of talking in the end, despite the fact that the song lasted 4 minutes. I mean, for 8 minutes, I was still liking it. I still decided to keep it. I loved the fucking beat switching in the song. But for the last 4 minutes, I don't know. I wasn't really digging it. I wanted to delete it, but I mean, I decided to keep it anyways because it was a very good song in the end, you know? Alright, for the next one, for the next album we're going to be talking about. I mean, again, I even said this in the beginning of this video. It's a lot to unpackage. With the song, or I think I talked about this album before. It is Lecrae Church Clothes 4. Now, I already talked about this album a while back, but the thing is, this is a bonus album, or this is a deluxe album, so it only has a few bonus songs. Like, I think there's only 6 songs, but I've only decided to keep maybe 5 of them. 5 songs. I mean, this was a really good deluxe album. Anyways, I remember really digging the album itself. So for these songs, They Ain't No, Can You Hear Me Now, Price Up, Legacy, and Best Thing. These bonus songs were really worth listening to. Really enjoyed this shit. Alright, so and another album I'm going to be discussing will be the album Gorillaz Cracker Island. I gotta see why the guy on IGN felt weirded out by saying that. And honestly, I totally fucking understand what he means. And the first song that we're going to be discussing is the intro Cracker Island featuring Thundercat. Now, if you don't know who Thundercat is, this dude is a very dope producer. I think he worked with Snoop. He worked with a few other people. I'm not really all that familiar with who he works for. But I know this dude is a really dope producer. So, this fucking intro, it was enjoyable to listen to. I fucking love the sound of it. I loved like just the entire intro itself. It really stayed true to the Gorillaz sound to it, you know. So this album was enjoyable. Also, I forgot to fucking rank this Logic album, but honestly, I'm just gonna fucking give this album a. So I guess I would give this album maybe an 8.4, maybe 8.5 out of 10. I mean, again, it's like out of the other songs that I disliked, there was a whole lot of good in this album. So I would say that 3 songs, I mean, this whole album was just enjoyable to listen to beginning to end. So I give this shit a fucking 8.5. You know, that's honestly a very successful project in my opinion. And honestly, for 5 bonus songs, I mean, this was another enjoyable Lecrae album in my opinion. Alright, so for the next song I'm going to be discussing, this one is actually very interesting to listen to because this one is called Oil featuring the iconic Stevie Nicks. Now, if y'all don't know who Stevie Nicks is, basically, she is a fucking icon, man. Like, she is like personally one of my favorite musicians, you know? Like she fucking has a group. Hold on. I gotta fucking search it before I look like an idiot. So basically, Stevie Nicks, she used to have a group called Fleetwood Mac. I'm not really all that familiar with their music, but I am a huge fan of the song The Chain. And honestly, if you never heard of this song, well, I mean, basically, go ask your parents or something. They'll fucking tell you what the song is and everything. But after leaving Fleetwood Mac, she decided to go solo and just went by her name, Stevie Nicks. And honestly, man, this song was fucking excellent. And honestly, I'm really happy that Stevie Nicks is still recording to this day, including with such a group like the Gorillaz. You know, so this song in particular, it was excellently done. The fucking sound, the guitar, the whole fucking song was just on point. Definitely recommend that you guys check this one out. Also, again, if you never heard of Stevie Nicks or Fleetwood Mac or the song Chain, I mean, I advise that you guys check that shit out because it is excellent. Absolutely amazing. Fucking love that song. I think I might fucking listen to it right after I'm done editing this video. Alright, so the next two songs I'm going to be discussing, which I've just now found out I fucking added these ones to honorable music mentions as well, would be Silent Running featuring, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this name. I'm not even going to fucking try it, because I guarantee if I try saying this name, I'm afraid I'm going to fucking butcher it. But this song, Silent Running, this one was amazing as well. Very excellent. I fucking had this shit on repeat when I first heard it. I just had this shit on repeat just now. But another one is New Gold featuring Tim Impala and Booty Brown. Another classic song, another amazing masterpiece on this album. It's like, honestly, despite the fact that this album is kind of short, I'm really fucking digging this album already. And I'm not even done yet because there's a lot of really good shit on this one. Alright, so the next song I'm going to be discussing now, despite the fact that right after I just got done listening to New Gold, I already skipped two songs I was not feeling because honestly, I don't know, they were just already getting boring. But the next song I'm going to be discussing is Tormenta featuring Bad Bunny. This one was really enjoyable to listen to. It really caught my attention, especially because it featured Bad Bunny. Like, I remember even looking on YouTube a little bit later last night and noticed that it popped up on like it popped up on my radar on YouTube last night. Like a whole bunch of like new releases by a bunch of people were dropping music and videos and shit. And what caught my attention was it said Gorillaz, and I was almost very close to just shrugging it off and not even caring. But until it said Bad Bunny on this one, and I immediately thought, okay, maybe I will check out this one. And then I later on discovered that the whole album came out. So with this song, Tormenta, it really had a very fresh, like Spanish sound to it, you know? Like it really had like, that cumbia sound to it, you know? Like very Bad Bunny, like, and very, like, Spanish sounding, you know? I was really vibing with it. So honestly, this one was amazing to listen to, especially as a fan of Bad Bunny. Like, I really dig the dude's music and everything. And the last song on this album I'm going to be discussing is Skinny Ape. I love the way that this shit fucking ended. It really had an amazing, like, electric sound to it, but, like, it was fucking amazing. I actually really tried to crank my headphones up to the max, despite the fact that they're already at the max, because I was really loving it. I was really loving the electric sound to it, the vocals were really good in this one. And honestly, this album was a lot better than I expected. But as for the last song, Possession Island featuring Beck, I wasn't really feeling, didn't really care for it. Don't fucking question me, don't ask why. I just didn't like it. It was just blech, it was blech. I hated it. I don't know, like I did try listening to it, but I just wasn't really feeling it, It was just boring, it was bland, it was just I didn't like it. But despite the fact that this shit was only 10 songs, there was probably only like 4 songs I didn't care for. I mean, 4 out of 10. I mean, this one was a pretty decent album in my opinion. It was good. It was cool. I was liking it. But I mean, despite the fact that there were 4 songs, I'm just gonna give this shit a fucking. I mean, 6 songs. I mean, it's still a decent project. So I don't even know how to fucking rate this one. I mean, it's like I liked it, but at the same time, there were just some that I didn't care for. It was just. I guess I can give this one a solid 8. I can give it a solid 8 out of 10. I mean, it was pleasant, it was decent, it was enjoyable. It was a really, very, really, very fucking can't talk today. It was a very enjoyable experience throughout the album itself. Like it really had a very enjoyable sound to it, beginning to end. A lot of good ones, some bland ones. But this album was like simply, it was just really enjoyable. I mean, a solid 8 out of 10 is still a successful, enjoyable album in my opinion. So for that album, Cracker Island, still weird to say. I mean, this album was still nonetheless good. And also, I forgot to discuss some of this other Skrillex project. Now, had I known that this shit was gonna come out, I would have added it to the last week's video. But the thing is, this shit came out fucking hours later, and it was very annoying, in my opinion. It's like they could have just fucking released this shit on Friday like anyone else would. I don't know, and it would have been less obnoxious. But this album that Skrillex dropped, I think it was called Don't Get Too Close. This one, I mean, I was really loving the cover art for this as well. It really had a cute porcupiney look with fucking blood dripping down the pines. This album was another nonetheless good album. And honestly, I'm just gonna fucking go out my way and give this album I guess I can give this Skrillex album maybe a 5 out of 10. I mean, despite the fact that this shit was only like 12 songs long, I only liked about 5 on it, so I'd give this album I guess I can give this album a 5 out of 10. It was half decent, half crap. I mean, a lot of songs I was just not really feeling all that much. I mean, I enjoyed Way Back, I enjoyed Selecta, I was really vibing with Summertime, Don't Go, and Mixed Signals. This album did not do as great as the other Skrillex album that I reviewed last week. But this album was, like, it still had it had a few good things to it. but I wasn't feeling the rest. So I would say that this album, it was pretty decent at best, maybe. I mean, still 5 out of 12. I mean, this is, I don't know. It was a bit of a hit and miss in my opinion, you know. Anyways, we are at the point where we are doing honorable music mentions. And if you don't know what honorable music mentions is, then what the fuck are you doing here watching this one? Go check out the first one where I talk about what honorable mentions are. And if you don't feel like going through all those fucking videos and shit, which I wouldn't fucking blame some of y'all. Basically, honorable music mentions is where I give roses and give props to people that drop short little projects, you know, little LPs, EPs, still don't know what the fuck those are, don't know what they fucking mean. But basically, you know, like little projects and singles, you know. So it's like, honestly, I'm fucking tired today. I've been fucking recording a lot as of lately. So let's just get it cracking. Starting off with Charles Barkley by Armin, YG, and Scott Storch. This one was a very dope single. Really loved it. And honestly, the fucking chorus was good. Alright, and the next honorable mention I'm going to pay homage to is 2099 featuring John Connor and High Res. Now, if you don't know who John Connor is, basically, it is the newest artist that Dr. Dre has signed to Aftermath. And honestly, this one was really interesting to hear, especially as a fan of High Res. You know, this dude, he delivers good shit. The next one is Line in the Sand by Recognize. This one was another really dope single, especially also as a fan of Recognize. Can't Nobody with a K by Lil Wayne featuring DMX. It was really disappointing in this one because it said that it featured DMX, but it didn't feature DMX, you know? And I guess, like, I don't know, I was really disappointed in this one, you know? Like, this one didn't fucking have a, like, final recording by DMX like Chris Webby did. But, I mean, I'm not going to dispute the fact that this song was still enjoyable to hear. And the next one is Chloe and Chris Brown, How Does It Feel? This one was a lovely, lovely sound. I enjoyed it. And finally, I Own a Car by Ninja Sex Party. Other than that, guys, I mean, this whole entire video is going to be very long, but it was worth recording because I'm giving you guys some content, you know. I'm giving you guys something that you can just listen to and hear what I think of every artist that I discuss and every album that these people pull out and every single that everyone is dropping, you know. Really good shit. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you think that any of these albums are even worth listening to. Let me know what you think of these albums. You know, I would love to hear you guys' comments and opinions. So go ahead and sound off down below. And I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.